Welcome to my show, simply entitled Women Influencers, where you will find inspirational stories of successful women in male-dominated industries. I am Veronica, CCIM, founder and CEO of the Capstack Group of companies, providing commercial real estate development, brokerage, and property management services in the greater Orlando area. This week, we have another installment of the compiled questions that my guests have asked me in the past. Here are clips from the episodes of Denise Berry, Rubi Zetino, and Kortney Ross. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe below. I welcome your comments, and please share with someone who can benefit from this podcast.
Yes, well, you shared very briefly that you were in Cancun recently, which is not that far from where I am right now, even though Mexico is huge. With everything that you do with your busy schedule, how do you balance as a woman that, travel and the podcast and all the things that you do?
Well, thanks for the question. And yes, I totally enjoyed Cancun. Well, let me tell you that the reason why I travel quite a bit, and it's a question that's been asked of me so very many times because I'm very active on social media. And so people do see where I go, especially my husband. He loves to post everything that we do. The truth is that it's easier for me because I'm 61 years old. And so my kids are grown and
no one would know. No one would know.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But my kids are grown. We just recently had our 8th grandchild. So we get to visit him next week.
Oh.
So it's pretty amazing. But it does get easier. I mean, you have a 1.5-year-old and a 3-year-old. That's a little bit tougher, right? And trust me, we've been through the very difficult times during raising 5 children between us. So yes, I do know how tough that is. But the truth is that now, when I turned 60 last year, I told myself, you know what? I want to live the retired life before we retire. So any opportunity that we get to travel, and I do travel for work quite a bit. When I travel to conferences or networking events and anything that I do that's related to commercial real estate, we always tack on a couple more days to be able to relax and enjoy and just, again, live the retired life before we retire. So it might seem a lot, but really it's about organization. It's about making sure that your priorities are straight and that you're always taking care of things.
I'm always curious, a woman like yourself with so much success in various aspects. I know that you have a beautiful family and you care about those aspects, and then you have your career. How do you define the joy and the success that you're looking for? Like, how would you define the word success?
Well, thank you for that question. And certainly is something that I've reflected on over the years that I've been trying to and still trying to build my career. I think for me, success should be about achieving the balance of life that you want to have. And it starts with really thinking about what your priorities are, because I believe that the source of joy should be something that you're intentional about, because you have to put in what you're going to get out of it.
That's right.
So if you're actually, at least in my case, if I am seeding the parts of my life that I want to derive joy from, then to me, I will get that balance to where I can say, I've not only had a successful business life, I have a successful life, period.
That's right.
Yes. So I pour into my family. I pour into self-development. I pour into my team. I pour into my community. I pour into my career and my business and my clients. And I take all of those little bags that are important to me and I start putting stuff in them, right? And at the end of the day, if they will, of course, give back to me because I've poured into them. And
I love that.
To me, that is the definition of success. If I'm able to do that and able to do that consistently and intentionally, I think I've become successful.
All right. So, Veronica, I've noticed that you're a bit of a DEI advocate. I wonder if you could share why you think it's important for employers to focus on having a diverse employee base.
Well, thank you for the question. And it's a very timely question because I was actually just going through a questionnaire that was asking me the same thing about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I think that firstly, I will tell you that I think we're all aware that lately DEI has actually gotten a bad rap, is because people tend to concentrate more on the process of making sure that you have a diverse team, or that you're inclusive of others. But the truth is, as a business owner, if you look at your customer base, you have to understand that the world does not belong to one group. And if you don't
Right.
understand or see that yet, that is something that's not going to bode very well for you. For instance, I'm in Florida, and as you know, we have a very diverse population. So it's not about us, but it's more about who we serve. And so if you look around your community and you see a very diverse population, as a business owner, you may be missing out on an opportunity to expand your business, expand your revenues, expand your profit, because you need to understand that there are many types of people out there who might require your service. And if you're not smart enough to build a team that could serve this diverse population, then you're missing out on building a very, very successful company. The other thing, too, is I think it's important that people understand that diversity is not just about groups or races or sexual orientation or the groups that have been branded with DEI. I think more than anything, you should have a table where you're open to diversity of thought. Because thought leadership is about bringing something to the table that would spark somebody else's imagination, a different perspective. So we talked about this on your podcast, Kortney, and, I have 3 layers of, I think, diversity that I'm proud to bring to the table each and every time I'm invited. First, I'm a woman. Second, I'm a minority woman. And third, I'm an immigrant. And so when you really think about the type of perspectives that I bring to the table, I'm hoping that it's big enough to where it sparks other conversation and expands the imagination of the people that are sitting around the table. And innovation and ideation, I think, comes from that. And so for business owners out there, if you're not thinking about that, I think you're missing out. And to me, that's what DEI represents.